In the fall of 2014, after the United States lost the Ryder Cup, the PGA of America's president, Indiana's Ted Bishop, was being criticized for his selection of Tom Watson as the captain of the team. That criticism stung. So when European Ryder Cup stalwart Ian Poulter criticized both Watson and the European captain Nick Faldo in promoting his new book, Bishop lashed out in a tweet and a Facebook post.
Unfortunately for me, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And, I referenced Poulter as a little girl. And I never even dreamed of the sexist ramifications of making that statement.
I remember where I was. I was actually in Paducah, Kentucky, getting ready for my son's wedding, and Ted called me. And he told me, he said, look, here's what happened, and this is a big deal. And I had a hard time believing it was a big deal. In fact, I was with my wife and asked her and a couple other people, I'm like, no, what do you think about this? And they're like, they didn't think it was a big deal.
It was a big deal, as Bishop quickly found out. It was big news all over the world. Ted wanted to get out in front of it and apologize publicly, but the PGA wouldn't let him.
The PGA of America basically put me, I guess, for lack of a better way to phrase it, had a gag order on me for 24 hours. I couldn't say anything. And if I had anything to do over again, I had a lot of friends in the media. I would have reached out to them. I would have publicly apologized for my comments. Certainly did not mean to offend anyone in any way, shape, or form. And if you know anything about my background in golf in Indiana, there probably hasn't been too many male PGA professionals that have supported women's golf over the years any more than I have.
I think that had he been allowed to handle it the way he wanted to handle it, I don't think it would have gotten to the point that it got to. But unfortunately it did.
Just 29 days before the end of his term, Ted Bishop was impeached as the president of the PGA and would not be recognized going forward as a past president, tarnishing what was otherwise a stellar career.
For Ted to be labeled as a sexist, that really boggles my mind, because he's got two daughters. He works with one of them on a daily basis at the Legends. His other is a PGA professional. He coached their teams growing up. He hosted our first Indiana PGA Women's Open. It was his idea to get that event started. He has had multiple female professionals work for him at the Legends. So for that to be what he's kind of remembered for is sad, because he did so many positive things when he was in that leadership role.
Today, Ted is at peace, enjoying working at his family-run course, the Legends Golf Club in Franklin, Indiana, and coaching the Franklin High School golf teams.
I love it, and I'm 68 years old, and what I like most about it is I feel like these kids keep me young. And, I've got great relationships with them, and we've put 6 players in college playing, and we had a mental attitude award winner. We've had an academic all-state player. We had an individual finish 3rd in the state. Our boys went to the state for the first time in 35 years a couple of years ago, and our current girls teams ranked 7th in the state with 2 freshmen and a sophomore in the lineup. So I love that. I love everything I'm doing right now. My life's in as good a spot as it's ever been.
Let's hope someday the PGA will reconsider their actions against Ted Bishop and reinstate him as a past president, and enable him to continue to do the good he has done for the game of golf his entire career. I'm Brian Hammonds for Indiana Golf.